Like the first day at school, MPs wasted no time making new friends on the jungle gym that is Parliament. In the past, MPs from COPE used to sit in the corner of the National Assembly and eat their sandwiches by themselves. But no more, as smaller opposition parties have decided to band together with the biggest opposition party and tackle the bully in the country, which is eating our lunch money as South Africans.
Honourable members, the South African people have lost confidence in President Jacob Zuma.
Bah! Straight to the jugular we go. But what does this no confidence thing really mean? So basically she's saying that Zuma has as much business running a country as Hilton Porter has running an investigation. Okay. Mazibuko, tell us, what did you really think of the President's State of the Nation address?
He offered a reheated version of last year's broken promises based on spin and lip service, stitched together with announcements about task teams and processes and accords.
Very insightful. But you complain every year that this man is not delivering on his promises, and then he makes more promises, and then you complain again. How does that work? I've got an idea for you. How about you stop protesting against him bringing new ideas until such time he has delivered on the promises he's already made? And next up, South Africa, next up on the podium, give it up for Buti Manamaila.
Honorable Athol Trollip. Shakespeare also said...
Order, members.
Shakespeare also said, and I quote, "I will challenge you to a battle of wits, but I see you are unarmed, and you have left the house." But he also said in The Tempest, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here." Or maybe I should remind you of what he said in The Merchant of Venice, and I quote, "You speak an infinite deal of nothing."
But I'm impressed, Joe. I'm impressed by your literary skills, Joe, and your command of Shakespeare, You make it look so easy. But take it easy, Buti, Take it. The last time someone was quoting literature in front of the comrades, things did not go too well. Remember this guy? Let me give you a clue. Smokes a pipe, beard, too educated. You must remember, some of the people in Parliament don't even have standard 3. So if you are going to be quote things that the comrades can understand. Manje Sengi president. And you know the comrades don't take well to clever players when I put it back shy.
The crime of the Honorable President was not the content of the State of the Nation address, but the fact that it was delivered. In fact, I'm sure if you were there when Jesus was walking on water, as Bishop Tutu would retort, you would have actually accused him of not knowing how to swim.
My man. Are you comparing Jay-Z to Jesus Christ? I know, guy. I know you don't like haters. I know nobody likes haters. But your guy can barely swim, Joe. Let alone walk on water. No. And then, COPE. They snapped out of their coma, Joe. Look, I have not seen this much passion in Parliament since, I don't know, guy. Check this out.
102 billion rand on consultants because relatives, friends, concubines are employed who have no qualification.
As the minister responsible for the public service, I wondered who the concubines are that I employ.
You hit a nerve there, Tara. Okay, this is my question. Why is she only offended by concubine? Why not friends and family? Oh, then I thought about it. Because she is a friend and family, man. But Tara continued with the fire. Come, Tara, man, come.
I still have a question in my mind I have not been able to answer. Why was former President Thabo Mbeki not also given 200 million rands? And if Public Works did that, we want an account. Tell us.
Tara's telling them. I'm amazed, by the way. He's telling them, I have not been moved like that by a Parliament speech in a long time. And how do the comrades react? They must have been upset. They must have been like,
You did not lose any time. The clock was paused.
The comrades clearly had better things to do than listen to Tara. But what the hell could they be talking about in the middle of such a passionate speech? You told me I bought 4 at the price of 2 at the plaza. You must go to the plaza. They got good prices. Guys, let's not be fooled by these speeches. It's very nice when you're in power, but when you're out, it's a different story. Your past will always follow you, Terra, huh?
It's interesting speaking after two former cabinet colleagues who now are in intense discussion. But it's interesting speaking after them. I served along with them. I've looked at the legacy they've left behind in the respective departments, and I ask, who are you to throw stones?
Yeah, Terra, who are you to throw stones? You heard Trevor, he knows you, Joe. He knows you. Be careful with those stones, Terra. You know what, South Africa, the way these guys go at each other, you think they're sworn enemies. The truth is, Parliament is like the bold and the beautiful. And here at LNN, we have an expert to explain the relationship matrix of the South African political spectrum.
It seems scandalous, but think about it. There was the National Party and the ANC, like the main characters, like Ridge and Brooke, okay? Now, back then, the DA was still kind of called DP and was kind of like the Sally Spectra, trying to get into the main family for years. Like, then in true soap opera style, okay? The ANC became an item with the National Party. And that is why, to this day, Martinez van Schalkwyk still has a job. Because you know what they say, once you go black, you can never go back. But some members of the NP decided it was too dark for them in that ANC bedroom and decided to shack up with the DP, forming the DA you know today. Now, you haven't forgotten the most famous breakup of them all when Terra Lakota and Mbazima of the Shiloh Express fame decided to serve divorce papers on the ANC. Now, even Chief Mangosuthu Buthelezi, used to be the Makwapeni of the National Party, couldn't keep his lady satisfied, and Zanele Magwaza Msibi decided to get her groove back by forming her own National Freedom Party. Now, if you're not from KwaZulu-Natal, don't worry. It's like Movango, but with the subtitles to help you understand the vendor. Now, the PAC is like the twin sister who's been in a coma for years, but why doesn't anyone just pull the plug? Anyway, and don't forget about Patricia de Lille. She used to roll with the PAC, but then they didn't give her enough attention, so she went and started her own independent Democrats. But then, when Helen Zille showed up and whispered sweet nothings in her ear, she went and jumped into bed with the DA, and she's snorkeling in the bed. Snorkeling. And then there's Mampele Rampela and her new party, Agang. Yeah, so the ANC must be like when they introduce a new character who's already been there, like Tao when he returned from the dead. So, if you've been following this whole story, then it's clear that pretty much everyone has slept with the National Party. What a slut.
Well, there you have it. The South African politics DNA, South Africa. There. You guys are all in bed with each other.